Hello and welcome to Kick Talk Reboot. On today's programme, it's the William Hill Scottish Cup and Auchinleck Talbot hosted Ayr United at Beechwood Park, and our stalwart sports reporter Stuart McConnell was there. He recently celebrated 30 years as a sports reporter for Ayrshire Weekly Press, and let's just say I don't think he's ever seen a game quite like this. Over to you, Stuart.
Welcome to Beechwood Park for this William Hill Scottish Cup 4th round tie, which finished a sensational win for Auchinleck Talbot against Ayr United. Amazingly, Auchinleck Talbot pulled off the biggest result in their 110-year history as they sent Championship title challengers Ayr crashing out of the showpiece William Hill Scottish Cup. Streams of sheer ecstasy erupted at Beechwood Park as underdogs Talbot fought their own corner impressively against the visiting heavyweights. Quoted at as generous odds as 14-1 in the morning, Talbot went toe-to-toe with their heavily favoured rivals, and it was perhaps ironic that former United man Craig McCracken landed a killer blow with the winning goal. This is the most amazing result I've witnessed in 30 years of football reporting, and it illustrates how the gap is continuing to narrow between senior and junior game. Talbot were worthy winners as they brilliantly marshalled defensively and courageously had a go up front. They never flagged against a jaded, punchless Ayr who dominated possession but never really troubled home goalie Andy Leishman. Early on in the opening minute, Jamie Glasgow saw his 8-yard shot booted away by an Ayr United defender in the opening minute. Ayr won a corner in 7 minutes, and from it a Rostock shot was cleared by a Talbot defender. United came close in 10 minutes when Andy Murdoch effort from 12 yards was well saved by Andy Leishman. Then the Talbot goalie dashed out, saved from Andy Gegn in 13 minutes. A minute later at the other end, Talbot had a good opening when Willie Lyle shot high and just wide from 12 yards. 25 minutes, a Robbie Corford header 8 yards out when Declan Dade cross was well gathered by Leishman. Ross Doherty then set up Michael Muff to shoot just wide in 24 minutes. Talbot had a goal chopped off in 27 minutes, and they were hoping it wouldn't come back to haunt them, as Graham Wilson blasted home from 12 yards but was adjudged offside. It wasn't much in it, it was a narrow decision. Glasgow then shot just across the face of goal after a good run of 34 minutes as Talbot kept exerting pressure. Seconds later, Crawford shot straight at Leishman. Willie Lyle then sent a cross into the box, which was well saved by Ross Doon in 51 minutes. Craig Moore sent Michael Muffet up to shoot just wide from 8 yards in 53 minutes, and then a Graham Wilson header glanced just wide a minute later. Glasgow sent a 25-yard rocket over the bar 6 minutes later. Moore then sent a 25-yard free kick wildly over the bar in 61 minutes. The same player shot over the bar from 6 yards 3 minutes later following the Liam Smith cross. Murdoch was booked for a rash challenge a minute later. Smith then shot well wide from 20 yards in 69 minutes. Doherty found Smith to shoot inches wide from 12 yards in 73 minutes. However, the whole place erupted in 78 minutes when McCracken rose powerfully to send home a bullet header from 8 yards following a free kick by former Airman Mark Shankland. So there we are, amazing. I did have a dream that there would be an upset here, and well, that's for Talbot's point of view, it was a really good one, but a nightmare for Ayr United to go up to the drawing board. So, and as they try and pick themselves up, Ian McCall, the boss, was certainly disappointed and a lot to ponder. So from Beechwood Park, where the final score in this William Hill Scottish Cup 4th round match was Auchinleck Talbot 1, Ayr United 0. It's Stuart McConnell for Kick Talk.
It could have possibly went as well as I thought. I honestly, I'm stuck for words. It's just, I can't really believe it actually has happened the way it planned it. I was, but then I looked at it the flip side, like that scenario come on. Hopefully, we went 5 in midfield, which was a perfect decision. Keep it tight and hold them as long as they can, and then he took a gamble and went 2 up later on, and the gamble's paid off, and the rest history. No, at night, see when you're at night and you try to sleep and you can't sleep, and all you can think about is, what if this happened? Oh, what if this happened? Like, it just things, and I never thought it that way, but that was perfect. It'd have been better if somebody whipped it to me, but anyway.
You'd whipped it in yourself.
But we'll take it. It was just perfect. I honestly think I've read a few things leading up to it that how many goals it was going to be by. Obviously no for Ayr. I read that, and that's almost your team talk, kind of them telling you your team talk, because they're just going to come here. And honestly, They had a lot of the ball in good spells. Moffat had a couple of chances in the first half, but the longer it went, 0-0, you always think we're going to create chances because we've got the players to hurt them. We had a few crosses into the box, half chances kind of thing, but the way it ended was just perfect.
And thanks very much to Stuart McConnell. And Auchinleck Talbot drew Heart of Midlothian away in the 5th round of the Scottish Cup. So that's another eagerly anticipated clash. But what a day for the Auchinleck Talbot faithful. That one will certainly live long in the memory. So I was at Barfields Park Largs, where it was the McBookie.com Premier Division clash as Largs Thistle beat Clydebank 2-1, and Thistle made a whirlwind start, scoring twice in the opening 4 minutes. Ben Black was instrumental in both goals. On 2 minutes, he galloped down the left wing, cut inside, chipped the ball to the far post, and former Queen's Park man John Carter was there to head home. It was Black himself who finished off after another good Thistle move. He raced on to goal, beat the keeper, and like I say, 2-0. Thistle were in dreamland. Kevin Strillers sent a rising drive over the bar, and then Graham Muir should have scored in 7 minutes as the Bankies desperately tried to get to grips with the fast AstroTurf surface. But Clydebank did indeed work hard and to try and get a foothold in the game. They went close, Del Hepburn slipping an effort just wide on the 9-minute mark, and Thistle looked like they were beating all ends up. Former Largs man Nicky Little managed to beat Largs keeper Danny Farrell, but his goalward shot was cleared by the long leg of Craig Little at the left-hand post, a magnificent clearance. The visitors did find a way back into the game though. Fortuitous circumstances, Farrell made a hash of a corner, and Bankies headed home in 26 minutes with Veza Little also involved in the goal. So, start the second half, Bankies were continuing to press, and it was a fantastic save from Farrell to deny Clydebank an equaliser. And ex-Dundee United midfielder Matt Miller, he nearly threaded an opening for Ben Black, but he hesitated just a few seconds too long, and the chance was gone. But Clydebank really did pull out all the stops to try and find an equaliser, but in response, Largs Thistle defended brilliantly. It was Veza who had a free header just 5 yards out, but headed straight at Farrell, and then another let off for Thistle as Jordan Shelby blazed over a great opening as the time was running out for the Clydebank faithful. And Black went on a fantastic run at 87 minutes as Clydebank defender and keeper nearly collided with each other as the keeper made a last gasp save. But Largs held out for a very important victory. It moves them up to 5th place in the league. They've got 2 games in hand in Clydebank, and could move within 2 points of them if they manage to win their games. So Clydebank still sitting pretty in 2nd position, but this was undoubtedly a blow to any potential Premiership hopes that they still have, with Halford of course still way out in front, and Auchinleck, let's not forget, I've still got a number of games in hand. So, like I say, final score at Barfields Park was Largs Thistle 2, Clydebank 1. After the game, I spoke to Thistle assistant manager Martin Crawford. Here we go. A thrilling 2-1 victory then, Martin. Largs had to do a bit of work to get there, but it was a great result.
Yeah, absolutely. Thought we managed the game well towards the end, which is something that maybe we haven't done so well in games gone by. But it was a cracking start. We came out of the blocks flying, and you know, with the high press and that, we got our rewards from it. It was a good first goal, well constructed, and a good opportunity from Ben for the second. So we did, and we had chances after that, which, you know, obviously we always sort of create, but again, maybe we could have lived to regret that towards the end.
Here we go. A thrilling 2-1 victory then, Martin. Largs had to do a bit of work to get there, but it was a great result.
Yeah, absolutely. Thought we managed the game well towards the end, which is something that maybe we haven't done so well in games gone by. But it was a cracking start. We came out of the blocks flying, and you know, with the high press and that, we got our rewards from it. It was a good first goal, well constructed, and a good opportunity from Ben for the second. So we did, and we had chances after that, which, you know, obviously we always sort of create, but again, maybe we could have lived to regret that towards the end, because it was, you know, nip and tuck. Credit to Clydebank, they kept at it, but then so did our boys, and we managed the game out well. So yeah, pleased with that, very, very pleased.
Yeah, in terms of like you say, well, Lads were 2-0 up after 4 minutes, so
yes,
there's a bit of game management to do after that.
Well, yeah, I mean, we resisted the temptation to manage the game from the 4th minute, but we certainly, it was something that we obviously got the message on the pitch in the last 10 or so.
Because it was funny, because Stuart's words in the match programme was, we were looking to get off to a stronger start than we did at Clydebank.
Yeah, definitely.
And it was almost like Clydebank in reverse.
Yeah, it was.
Clydebank made the good start the last time.
Yeah, it was.
We caught them cold this time round.
And you know, if Murray puts that 3rd one away as well, which he should have done, really, to be fair to him.
Yeah.
And he, you know, he acknowledges that, then it would have been a totally different game.
Yeah.
With that bit more of a cushion. But listen, the boys have done really well lately. You know, they give a great account of themselves against the Ackies. We didn't just go there to survive. You know, we went there and tried to play and take it to them, which we did.
Yeah.
But obviously, you know, they're a full-time professional side, and their class was.
I don't say that, it's 2 quality teams. They're both above Lads in the league, Halford
Sure.
and Clydebank. And,
Sure.
you know, Lads have got, you know, 4 out of 6 points, you know. And,
Yeah.
And the only thing I was going to say though, was second half, was that Clydebank did have quite a few openings, and that was maybe a concern. I mean, they didn't take them, but
No.
Danny Farrow had to make an excellent save, make amends maybe for the goal that was conceded as well.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it was a soft goal, if we were honest about it, so wasn't pleased about that. But we just said to the boys, listen, you've got to stay organised and keep working hard, keep the tempo going, and stay close and hunt them down when they've got the ball. You know, we cannot afford to wait and see what they're going to do. It's about making them play and going long. And you know, it's a lot of the time they would put the ball out of play or not put the ball where they wanted, and that was because, you know, the boys were under instructions to hurry them and actually make them play. Don't just get over there and be there. Get over there and affect them.
Yeah.
And they did that very, very well. I thought the boys kept going. You know, we kept battling. It was quite a physical game towards the end there, one way and another. But that's football, I suppose, and you know, the boys cope well with that, I think.